Peter and John run to the tomb after getting the message from Mary of Magdala. They took his body. We don't know where they put it. The story goes that Peter, when he finally does go into the tomb, he sees all these burial cloths. Napkin that was over his head over there in a different place. But when John comes in, even though he arrived first, he came in after Peter. It says that he saw those burial cloths, and there's two little words there that were added to his recognition. It says, he believed. He believed. John believed. I believe that I have met the risen Lord in my life. I believe that I have seen him in the circumstances that have taken place at different moments in my life. Most of the time I don't see the risen Lord. I'm not a visionary. I'm not privileged like St. Margaret Mary of Alacoque, who has Jesus appear to him. That's not who I am. But I do know that I have experienced him. I've experienced him in so many different ways, but in some very profound ways at different points in my life. In the sacrament of reconciliation, when I truly needed to receive the Lord's forgiveness, I experienced his risenness. I experienced his risenness in being with families as they kept vigil when someone was dying. I know the Lord is there. I know it. I can't tell you why I know it. I can't tell you how I know it. I can only tell you that I know it. And like John, I can say, I believe. In the scripture readings that are given to us for the Easter Vigil, we walk through salvation history from the first moment of creation, through Abraham, through Moses and the Exodus, and into the prophets, and all the ways that God sought to reach out to us to heal the brokenness caused by Adam and Eve, which is what Easter is all about. It's the healing of the brokenness caused by Adam and Eve and handed on to us. We continue to have the weakness that is from that sin, but we no longer have to feel ourselves condemned because that sin is not forgivable. Jesus Christ came, and when he joined himself to our human flesh in the womb of the Blessed Virgin Mary, he began the healing process, where we were given permission now to think that we could become friends with God once again, that we could become intimate with him like Adam was in that beautiful story in the Garden of Eden, where the Lord and him walked together the breezy time of the day. That intimacy that is promised to us, I believe I have experienced. It's not all the time. Sometimes I struggle to hear it. Sometimes I ask the Lord, where are you? Sometimes I say, I don't understand what you're doing here. I get frustrated too. I get frustrated with myself. I see all these wonderful images of saints around me, and different people who have lived in the history of the church, and I say, gee whiz, Lord, I'm so far away from where they are. But it doesn't take away the fact that I have met the risen Lord in my life, and I know he is real. And see, here's how it is real for me. You see, I read the paper, I'm on social media, I learn what's going on in the world. I believe you have to read the gospel in one hand and the newspaper in the other. I believe you have to look at what's happening in the world. And when I look out there and the happenings in the world, every so often I just got to quit reading the paper and quit watching TV. Because it gets so disturbing to me. It becomes a challenge to my faith. And it's at those moments that I become a person who is asking God, where are you? The body has been taken. I don't know where they put it. And then it doesn't take me long, really, to recapture that moment when I experience the Lord's presence in my life. I can unpack the times when he was with me real obviously. And it's that gives me that same kind of conviction that John had. He believed. And I can look at the world today and I can say, you know, God, you created it. It's your problem, not mine. I will do what I can to try to become the loving person you want me to. I will try to carry out my role as best I can to lead others in that direction. But in the end, Lord, I have to put it back in your hands. I trust you. The fact that I have the experience of the risen Christ in my life enables me to say to the Lord, I trust you. I believe that you have this world in the palm of your hands. I believe you have me in the palm of your hands. I believe that you want to save me. I believe that you want me to be with you forever and ever. And I believe that you have the power to do that. Those beliefs are fundamental to me. They're part of my heart. And so consequently, it's those beliefs that enable me to take a look at the world and say, you know what, God? You have a better plan about this whole business than I do. I'm not too sure I understand it, but that's why you're God and I'm not. And so that's what resurrection means for me. As I look at church history, as I look at the world history, as I look at salvation history, I see the Lord as having worked throughout all these centuries to continually sprinkle us with messages of His presence. And in those sprinklings, we come to this crescendo of a moment now on resurrection, on Easter, when we know finally, for real, God has conquered death. The absurdity that is in our world today, He's conquered that. He's conquered sin in my own life. He's conquered that. And He's done it because of His death on the cross and His resurrection from the tomb today. So the essential message of Easter is that He is alive. Do we believe? In a few moments I'll ask you those questions. Do you believe in this Jesus who is risen from the dead? Do you believe in the one who has come to make sense out of things that always don't make sense, so that we can trust Him to save the world? Not that we let Him do it all by Himself. He's never done it that way. He's always involved us in the process. That's why He joined Himself to our humanity. He expects us to do something about it. He expects us to carry out the commandments, the corporal works of mercy, the spiritual works of mercy, all the ways in which we live our faith. He's expecting that of us. We don't sit back as passive individuals and just let it all happen. No, we have to take our faith and put it out there in the marketplace. That's the responsibility He's given us. But we also got to realize that once we put it out there in the marketplace, we can't always control the conclusion. Example, how many of you in raising your children know for sure that they will do everything you tell them to? It ain't going to happen. And also, how do you know that every one of your children are going to practice their faith? You hope, but every family has their stories of those who don't. And so you put it out there. You do your best, but then you put the rest of it in God's hands. It's God's also His opportunity to work in their lives and to make them come to the light, that they can believe on their own. When they believe on their own, then no one takes them away from the faith. Rejoice and be glad, the Lord says to us today, for I have conquered the world.